When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Friday, January 16th. And after the Steelers debacle of depression, we are back with happiness and good news in the mortgage world. What is going on today, boys?
Morning, fellas.
Good morning. Good morning. Big day for the guy in the bottom of the screen today. He's hitting the road. He's headed on vacation for a couple days.
I mean, here's the question, though. Do you get to call it vacation if the weather is worse in the place you're going?
It's tough to say. I mean, maybe I'll call it holiday then.
Yeah, Anth, like, hey, I'm going on vacation. It's going to be -10.
Hey, it depends on what you're going for. You know, if you're going for that scenery, then it could be considered a vacation, but a beach sounds better. I don't know.
I'm going to go for holiday, and I'm going to, spend all the holidays. We got Shabbat tonight, and we got Martin Luther King Day Monday. I mean, hitting all the areas.
Look at that. Tom's actually trading in his Steelers ship. He's a Bears fan now, so he wants to be live on the scene in Chicago, I guess.
Yeah, watch Matt Stafford struggle in the cold.
Well, safe travels. Be careful on the turnpike and stay away from that snow, Thomas.
I'm going to try. We're going to definitely hit snow today driving.
Well, today we're going to get into it real quick so Tommy can get on the road. We're going to talk interest rates. We're going to talk about why if you're a realtor and you're talking interest rates, you have to be very careful. And if you're only looking and saying, hey, go find the lowest interest rate, that's going to be your best option. That is absolutely not how it works in the mortgage industry. And what we see too often is we see realtors who are giving advice on mortgages, mortgage programs, interest rates. It ends up not being correct. It ends up the buyer process being more difficult. So, guys, to be honest, you can't talk interest rates unless you know a whole buyer's situation. You need to know what they're making. You need to know their debts. You need to know what they have in the bank. If you don't have that, you're just assuming, I guess, everyone in the world has perfect credit and $1 million in the bank.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason we get licensed to do that. We have to look at all those different pieces of information to find that interest rate. And that information is not, open to share with the real estate agent being with their license. So that interest rate quoting, yes, you could maybe quote an estimate, in that broad range that we kind of give you, though. But to be able to tell somebody that's their exact interest rate, that's the best option for you, you can't do that as a real estate agent because you simply don't know.
And Tom, there's laws in our country. You have to follow laws when the laws are in place. That's how the world works. We have laws of right of financial privacy. So I wish we could fill you in on every detail, the exact credit score, what's going on, why we've decided to go with this mortgage program. But there are times, we cannot divulge or share the information about the buyer with the real estate agent of why we're going a certain way.
No, I mean, it's definitely privacy that we have to be very cautious of. And at the end of the day, nor should we. It's two separate sides of the transaction. And, this is the financial side where, we are going into the weeds as far as the client's financials, which are really nobody else's business except for the buyer and the person that's actually reviewing it, such as the mortgage advisor or the lender. So, but yeah, you have to be licensed to give mortgage advice. I don't know why that's so confusing for a lot of people, but yeah.
And interest rates come with APR when you're quoting them too. It's too often that I see agents put interest rates on Facebook. Like, it's funny to me. You can't do that. You literally can't do that.
No, because again, with mortgages, there is cost with the rates. And Anth, pull it up. We will show right now, break it down for you, why the lowest rate isn't always the best option. All right. So let's get into it here. Here's two options: 5.875 or 5.375? I don't know. Common sense would be, hey guys, go with the lender that's giving you 5.375. They're way better than the lender at 5.875. And that just isn't always the case. You're not getting the full picture if you're just looking at the rate, Tom. So let's look at it, because it's very simple, because there are other lenders out there that will take advantage of your buyers with this maneuver right here. And whenever we hear, oh my God, so-and-so's got this crazy low rate, and we ask the follow-up question, was there any cost to that rate? No one ever has any clue.
No, I don't know. I didn't even look. It's like, oh, well, you just heard about a rate. You didn't look at the details.
And listen, there are shoppers out there that understand, I'm going to be in this home for a long period of time. I don't want to worry about the refinancing down the road. I have the means now. I want to pay points to get a lower interest rate at closing. So that's what this is doing here. At West Penn Financial today, our base rate 5.875. That would be with no points. So if you call one of us and say, hey, what's your rate today? And that's with 6.1%, 6.18% APR. We are going to give you that rate. Now, is everyone going to qualify for that rate? Heck no, because everyone has different credit scores, down payments, loan amounts, but that would be our quote unquote best rate with no points. But Tom, Anth, if you wanted to charge someone 3 points and just say the rate 5.375 with an APR of 5.95,
it would be simple, Ryan. I would just do that, put the 3 points on there and put 1 month taxes, and I'd have the same exact cash to close. I could easily hide fees. I could do that. I don't.
And it's a shame, Tom, because we all know this is how lenders out there trick your buyers into, frankly, ripping them off. Now, again, if a buyer understands, Anthony, that they're paying the points, there's no problem, right? They understand what they're doing. They're choosing to pay the points to get the interest rate. But this is a $200,000 purchase with 10% down. Would you want $5,400 added to your closing costs? I don't know. I can't decide that for you, but some lenders do, and it's not right.
Yeah, I mean, we see it all the time when we do our second looks. You know, and when we do get the copy up of the estimate or ask the client, hey, are you paying points? And they're saying no, but their estimate says they are. And that's unfortunate, because the lender is not explaining it to them. It's basically like if one of us just quoted this 5.375 rate, never said the client was paying points, but the shiny rate got the deal, and then the client finds out when they're making formal application, hey, what's this 3 points that I'm paying? Oh, that's for that interest rate that we gave you. Mm-hmm. You know, so yes, options are great. Being fully transparent up front is even more important. And yeah, some buyers might do that. You know, it could be a valid option for some, but it has to be explained to the client.
Absolutely. Because if a buyer does want to pay points to lower their rate, then that's when we're going to get into the bottom section. We're going to explain you're going to save $56 a month if you do buy down the rate, which doesn't seem like all that much. But again, over 30 years, it adds up. But it's going to be a cost of $5,400. It's going to be about 8 years till you break even. So if the buyer's never going to be in the home for that period of time, it would be silly to pay points. But if you tell me you're going to be...
We know as loan officers, they'll never be in that same... They might be in that home in the next 12 years, but they're not going to be with the same mortgage for the next 12 years because they put 10% down. And we're going to be able to use some of that equity, get them to 20% down before that 95 months. Maybe in certain trends and markets, but you know, doing this and where we're at right now, we know that that rate should come below where we are right now today within the next 8 years. At least that's what they're calling for. So just having a good sense and, business acumen on our end, we're not going to do that to somebody and screw them.
Yeah. But again, if you are just an agent shopping interest rate, you can get tricked all day long. You're going to say, holy cow, this lender's amazing. They have these crazy low rates. But as a real estate agent, please, 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 in 2026, if you're going to ask a lender about a rate, please ask for the rate, the APR, and are there any points involved with that interest rate? Those are the 3 questions you have to ask to know you're getting the full information. Otherwise, you're getting half the story.
Yeah. And I mean, give us a call if you want us to look over somebody's estimate, whatever, see if there's points. We're more than happy to do that. We're more than happy to teach you in depth on points if you want to know more and you want to be the red alert lookout.
Yeah. If you want to be high level and understand at a very, very high level how to look at a cost sheet to know what's going on there, because it's all there. When you look at a cost sheet, it may look confusing, but all the costs are there. You just have to know where to look and how to look. And you can definitely be your eyes and ears for your client, because too often we hear and we see about, oh no, I sent them so-and-so because they got a better rate. That you may have hurt your clients by costing them thousands of dollars by doing that. Just saying.
Yeah,
So.
there's a lot of people that only think that rate matters, and it is so much more than that.
Get your clients the whole story. Ask for the APR. Ask if there's points. Oh, and if you need backup, you have one of us all the time. That's what we're here for. We want to help. We're doing this all day, every day. And Mr. Senior Loan Officer, take us out for the day.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very important to also get the estimate. You know, don't just turn a blind eye and say, oh, well, they won't give me an estimate. They need to provide an estimate of costs so you can actually look with your buyer and say, hey, they're charging you 3 points. Oh my God, call West Penn. I mean, come on. It's I don't know. You would think it would be normal, but everybody turns a blind eye to it. And, you know.
Stop turning a blind eye. New year.
Let's go. Let's make it happen.
See you, boys. Next
Later,
week.
boys.
See you guys.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony